Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And by the way guys, the first time a video hits 1500 likes within 24 hours, we're giving away 250 XRP. If you want to enter, 3 simple steps: make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. Having said that, if you're from the US, check out Webull for at maximum 4 free stocks. And let's move on. And the first thing is already something that a lot of you guys are always asking me about, which is if it is really possible for the XRP price to go up because the market cap would be too high. I see this question at least a couple of times every single day, and Crypto Mommy here has written something out which is not completely accurate, but at least it points into the right direction of what you should be thinking when we are considering market cap and why there's actually a lot more possible. For example, $10 per XRP is a lot more plausible in a non-market cap sense. You'll see. Let's just quickly read this through. While the market cap may offer some insights about the size and performance of a company or crypto, it is important to note that it is not the same as money inflow. So it does not represent how much money is in the market, which is kind of contrary. It's kind of strange to think about it that way, because the market cap would kind of feel as if like, well, that's really the money that's put into this coin, the really money that's going around in there. But that's actually a common misconception, because the calculation of market cap is directly dependent on price. But in fact, a relatively small variation in price may affect the market cap significantly. And the way you should see it is the valuation of all the coins that are outstanding at a certain point in time at the specific price is worth this much. It does not actually mean that people have to have this amount of money, because this is the way that money is created, literally. Because value goes up because of demand, but theoretically speaking, the market cap could go up with, for example, $1 trillion with only an inflow of 600 billion. And that might sound crazy, but let me give you guys an even better example of this. Let's first read though. Consider the previous example. A few million of dollars could potentially pump the crypto price from $10 to $15, again an arbitrary crypto, which would cause the market cap to increase from 500 million to 750 million. However, this doesn't actually mean that there was an inflow of $250 million into the market. Actually, the amount of money needed to cause such an increase in price is dependent on volume and liquidity, which are distinct but related concepts. While volume relates to the number of assets exchanged within a certain period, liquidity is basically the degree to which the asset can be quickly bought or sold without causing too much impact on the price. Simply put, a high volume and liquidity market cannot be easily manipulated because there are many different orders in the order book, and possibly a big volume of orders within the different ranges of price. This would result in a less volatile market, meaning that a whale would need a lot of money to significantly manipulate the price. Consider this one, all right? There's actually, I guess, 2 things that kind of contrast each other. One is that it is possible for XRP, but the second, that we want XRP to be as liquid as possible, where this type of stuff is actually not possible, which kind of disproves the theory in a certain sense. But hear me out and then make your own conclusions. So let's say we were to have some coin like we should actually pick an arbitrary coin. Let's go for a XRP, right? Just pick a coin that's named XRP. It's not actually existent. Maybe it is, but let's just pick a coin that does not exist with actually these parameters here. It has $500 million of market cap right now and is $10. The thing is, guys, it could be that this is the market cap, meaning again that people had actually put in $500 million to buy all these coins. Could be. But it could have also been less. Why? Well, let's say that we have this starting price, so we don't really care about how it got there. It could be that there's actually only a couple of people trading this coin, right? Let's say there are only 3 people trading this coin. And so, first of all, there's one person who has all the coins and there's 2 people who want to buy. If the person who has all these coins actually decided to, for example, only sell his coins at about $12.50, right? And one person were to just buy 1 coin, for example, just only 1 coin out of the freaking billions possibly, that would, theoretically speaking, put the market cap to 12.5, because that's the most recent buying or purchasing price, which is also then, since only one person is selling it, the average price, which then again would translate to 12.5 times the outstanding amount of coins. Are you guys getting kind of the picture I'm trying to draw there? It doesn't actually mean that $250 million just entered the market. It just means that the assets, if you take the average of the price and the amount of coins outstanding, are now worth 250 million more. However, this metric isn't completely correct, since of course it will depend on more liquidity and really what people, I guess I should say, supply and demand. Because order books are right now filled to where people want to buy and people want to sell their coins, right? If you look at an order book, you'll see, for example, XRP is being sold at let's quickly see here, 0.494330, or what is it now specifically? 494143, but it's also going to be some orders at 494147, for example. And maybe the first person willing to sell is at 50 cents exactly. That could be. Again, there's a little bit of a jump between supply and demand, but that doesn't really matter for the bigger picture. It's just that the most recent price that it was sold at, theoretically speaking, is the price that you catch for the market cap. And that's actually sometimes as well how there's some bigger glitches when you have, for example, an exchange with not that much liquidity. An exchange, let's say, for example, there's only, a couple of orders. There's, let's say, for example, only 100 XRP being traded at these lower prices, and maybe let's say one XRP is being traded at $50. And all of a sudden, by accident, somebody puts a market order in, buys the whole order book out, also this one XRP for $50. All of a sudden, on that exchange, it looks like the XRP price is $50. And even though I think a lot of these aggregators like Live, CoinWatch, and CoinMarketCap, they take out outliers, which are so heavily, biased, I guess. If they were to include it, the XRP price would have all of a sudden jumped to, let's say, for example, 57 cents, because it's an average of a lot of exchanges. So if one goes to $50, it's times 100, but a lot of them are still normal. So maybe it's going to go up by 50%, for example. Doesn't actually mean that a lot of money came in, right? Because one guy could just do this with $1 million. Doesn't mean that the market cap all of a sudden has to go up by 11 billion. You guys getting me? It could have even been if they have the same magnitude. Again, these exchanges all have different metrics, and Live CoinWatch here most likely also looks at the amount of volume, because that's another point there. Most likely it's going to be a low amount of volume going over that price. Because if it were to be a high amount of volume, it could actually be a more sustainable price, so to speak, right? But that's just one point you need to understand, that the price isn't necessarily just completely fair. That's one point. But then again, the market cap is a lot more unfair even to that sense, right? And there's a couple of exceptions to this whole idea, since the more liquid and the more volume, the less likely it is to happen. But then again, you should also consider this one. If there were to, for example, be another huge inflow of XRP, which there is every single month. We know there's 1 billion XRP coming out of escrow every single month. If it gets added to the markets, a lot of us wouldn't even really care about it that much. And it could even be that XRP, the price is not even going to flow down. Does it actually mean that really that much more money came in? Well, kind of no, since, nobody really put money in, but kind of yes, since, new coins were created. And that's the fun thing. It could be with a lot of these cryptos that really money's going to be taken out of thin air. Trust me when I say that. Like right now, there are just, let's quickly check, 49. Why is it so slow? I don't really know. 45 billion circulating supply coins, 45.404. If 1 billion were to get added, again, it would have a huge increase in the total market cap. However, nobody would have really put money in. It could have just been, for example, put into the code. And that means just a lot of market cap was now created, even though people don't necessarily have to have this amount of money. It just depends on what we kind of consider to be fair and how demand and supply shift. Because if all of a sudden people really don't want this coin as much, or since the supply has theoretically speaking increased, again, this depends, because if people don't put their money on exchanges, it could be that people don't really see this as a net increase in supply. That will factor in. You guys get the picture though, right? It doesn't always have to do this, especially if a coin were to, for example, double the supply and actually not have a big price shock. Doesn't mean that there really was a lot more money that's being put in. It's just new coins being generated. And since those coins have the price, and there's now more coins, it's coins times price is market cap. It's as plain as day. And it's important to understand that there are higher prices possible than theoretically speaking possible with market cap. Since if people are crazy enough to pay it, it doesn't actually need to mean that real money actually got in. It could also be lower amounts of real money that have a lot of effect on the price, which increases the market cap. I think the picture is clear. It's just important to know that this market cap thing we're talking about is just to give an indication of how much the total market is worth, not actually how much money has been put in, how much money people actually deposited. So XRP could go to $50 trillion in market cap doesn't actually mean that people need to have and put in $50 trillion. If we all decided to not sell XRP anymore, for example, it could be that the lowest price you could purchase XRP for right now from today on forward, if the demand were all to, just for example, be so greatly high. Again, this is not going to happen, but what if we just decided that $50 is the lowest anybody would take? Then all of a sudden the XRP price goes up by 100, and so the market cap would have to go up by 100 as well. Yet no real money came in again, right? Because it could just be that nobody's actually buying them. If we all decided that to be the price, though, the minimum that we would take, the market cap would go to, multiple trillions of dollars. XRP Lifer says, 2021, I see a lot of private crypto companies going public, and I got $500 to $1,000 for each company that I will invest in. This market is so early that in 5 years I can retire if I'm just 25% right on my crypto and stock investments. I thought about this for a little while, and I actually agree that I should be investing more in some specific crypto companies. Like, if some of these guys go open, and I'm just going to pour some money in, because I think this is the future. I've told you guys that 1,000 times before. So I should not only concern myself with cryptocurrencies themselves, but also with the companies that are working with these cryptos. That would only be logical, at least to me. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that. And if I see more good companies that are open, I will definitely tell you guys about it as well. Because sometimes it's also safer for a couple of people to buy stocks, the real thing sort of, rather than cryptocurrencies. Some people just find that nicer. So I'm definitely looking out for some opportunities in that sense. And by the way, Webull, check it out if you want to trade stocks and crypto. It is all on here. And you can get 4 free stocks by making an account and depositing $100. Then Crypto Coinery said, XRP price still stagnant despite incoming Flare network airdrop. Just wanted to tell you guys again, it doesn't really matter that the price is stagnant for a little while, and I'm going to be talking a little bit later about guys that are selling like crazy right now because they're afraid. The thing is, I'm more afraid to not be involved with crypto than to be involved with crypto. I actually literally have this feeling of what if I don't have enough? And then there's all these guys saying, man, the price is too stagnant, the price is not going up, maybe I should sell my crypto. I never have that. I really never do. I never have felt like, yeah, I should be getting rid of my coins now. I should get rid of them. I always feel like, well, what if I get rid of them now, and then in 2 years from now, they're going to be so freaking high, right? And that is not to say you shouldn't sell any coins, but I'm keeping the majority until I either need the money really nicely, or I really think taking profit right now is a good decision, right? A really good decision. I've thought it through. And that's what the DustDBC tracking sheet is good for, by the way. Forget gold and Bitcoin, I'd follow Warren Buffett's advice after the stock market crash. What? This guy has avoided cryptocurrency. I'm not on his side anymore, is a fun fact. All right? I am definitely not on his side anymore since he's not that bullish on crypto, and I think it's the future. So we're kind of on a different wavelength. On the other hand, I mean, for example, now in the Netherlands, you got more restrictions and more rules that just came out. Yeah, from that perspective, I'm like, well, it could be a lot of good companies that can go up, 30%, for example, in a very, very short amount of time, or down 30%. We can still make more money on that than with crypto. Again, hence I'm talking more about stocks nowadays. However, if we're asking for one to just hold on through and to just, keep in your portfolio, crypto is definitely my bay. Important milestone, RippleX submits its first project. RippleX devs have created a Java library for interacting with the XRP ledger. It's a Java library, XRPL4j, with core functionality for interacting with XRP ledger, quote, a pure Java implementation of the core functionality necessary to interact with the XRP ledger. While this library does not provide a network client, it does support the difficult tasks of XRPL serialization and transaction signing, and provides useful Java bindings for XRP ledger objects and rippled request/response objects. Pretty cool, right? We're seeing some movement. Yay, or something like that. I mean, I don't really think this is really amazing. It's just cool to see they have gone for their first project. I mean, they've done something now, so RippleX is off the ground officially now under the new name. In the end, though, I don't. This is not a big thing. This is not amazing. This is not really good. So from that perspective, again, calm your horses down. I think it's just nice to see, right? It's just cool to see them moving out further, and that's basically that. The thing itself is not that special. And then Jed McCaleb, Bitcoin and Stellar can coexist in one ecosystem. It is very important to understand, from my perspective, by the way, that Bitcoin and all these other coins can actually live in coexistence. I have actually never, I don't think I've ever told people that you should only go for one coin, because I think multiple coins will do the job, and there's also multiple coins for multiple different things. Hence, I always recommend people to go for some freaking XRP, but also maybe some Ethereum, also maybe some Stellar, because all these projects have their own type of ideas behind them and all have a sort of reason why they're quite good. I really believe so. And that's also why I'm diversified and why I always recommend people to do the same. Yet some people still think that's not the way to go. Hey, that is your thing. I think we all, however, the people who have been here for a little while, know that investing can be a risky thing, and going for, I guess, the safer route by diversifying can be a very, very good choice. But yeah, that was it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you're looking for some future project to also invest in, make sure you check out Unstoppable Domains, link down below. And if you want to get yourself, again, a couple stocks for free, make sure you open an account and deposit something on Webull. Everything is down below, though. If you just press the link, you'll see everything for yourselves.